video I sent you of the like D&D short? It was like a few seconds long and it's just
Yeah.
from a musical.
Started the
Yeah.
stream, by the way. Yeah.
There's another one that is I find great. This is like when you have, I think it's like high wisdom but low intelligence.
Yeah.
It's like I ain't smart. It's from Sweeney Todd, and he's like, I ain't smart, but I ain't dumb.
Yeah.
Also like that.
I ain't smart, but I ain't an idiot.
I may not be smart, but I ain't dumb.
Yeah. This is an interesting setup I'm seeing here.
Oh, that's how you get the clay.
Wings of fire. Wait, do you put mud on top of the dripstone? Oh! Alarming!
Yes.
It just did it like as I stepped on it. Wait. No, it doesn't do it every time I step on it. That'd be funny for that.
I wish you could just punch it out.
Yeah. How are you doing, AJ?
Yeah,
Gunpowder.
AJ, I haven't spoken to you in ages. A long
AJ's.
time no see.
AJ's.
I bet you haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen you, AJ, in like 30 whole minutes. Do you know what I was doing without you? I was languishing. Languishing. Could you show me the land you were thinking of?
Go through the portal.
The Jordal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, when you're in the portal, take a left. And it's a new one unmarked closest to the thing.
So it's on the eastern branch?
No, it would be western. Wait, depends on which way is north, but it should be western.
Okay.
That way, see?
The closest unmarked one, you said.
Yeah. There's two left right now.
Yeah, this looks like a pretty nice spot for a big thing.
It's nice and empty, it goes for a while.
Yeah.
You're running out of food
This
there.
empty spot kind of feels like it feels like it might be the same size as my island in the sky.
It's quite big.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Also pretty close by.
I forgot to blow my nose.
Whenever I'm better at something than someone else in Minecraft, I'm always like, damn, this is crazy. Which is funny because Minecraft is one of the games I've played the most. Well, it is the game I've played the most. So it's funny to me that I'm surprised whenever I am good at it. In some way. And it's not like I'm like crazy good at it in any way, but I don't know. I'm gonna go do some end experience farming just to repair my stuff. Thrilling content, right, AJ? AJ knows what I'm talking about.
We definitely need to build some kind of super mob farm.
Yeah. I can
There's
build
one that's like a
some
series
kind
of pipes that drag something through with water on like one side because you can't hit the mob spawn limit because it moves into another chunk.
the one I'm the most familiar with that I think would probably work the best is the Enderman one, but I don't know how well that would work on a server compared to a normal world because there's fewer chunks spawned, but I don't know. The chunk issue is definitely a factor.
Well, it's like the idea is you walk to one side of the room, shit starts spawning, and then it moves across into another chunk through like the power of water.
Yeah.
And then you can kill it in the other one.
Yeah.
Can this dripstone please fucking dry out some clay?
Removes the fire. It's funny to me whenever I go to the end, there's just like piles of fucking ender pearls that are just sitting there. Jumping might make this actually harder. I was
Ow.
writing the character interactions for the story I'm about to write, and I was telling AJ about it, and he was like, "That's just a women's fiction story," and I was like, "Yeah, basically." And it is a fantasy setting. It's definitely more of a fantasy book than AJ's story is. But I figured, you know, the basic idea is already kind of a. Oh no, the server crashed.
Did it?
Yeah, everything's paused. Test. I mean, that thing's working, but I guarantee it's gonna kick us out in a minute.
Everything seems working over here.
Yeah, maybe it's just because I'm in the.
Oh, there you go, you disconnected.
Yeah, I did. Intentionally.
Oh.
Yeah, like none of the. Wait. I don't know. I could pick shit up. Okay, it looks like it might be working again now. Okay, good, good, good. Maybe. Maybe it's working a little bit. But yeah, my next story idea is basically just a women's fiction story, which I'm not upset about, obviously.
Give me the synopsis.
In terms of genre convention. Sorry?
Give me the synopsis.
This is the like the
Oh,
girl
that's
missing a
the
leg
yeah,
story.
cold.
Treya wife. Happy Treya wife, you know what they say. You understand, man. I realized while I was thinking about it that really the main uh, character relationship in the story is between the main character and her sister, which is kind of a women's fiction thing so far as I know, kind of a relationship where most of the characters are women. In fact, there's only one main character that's a man in it, which is Treya. He's not a very manly guy. In fact, when I was writing it, I was kind of realizing one of Treya's main, like, character flaws or things that he and his wife clash over is the fact that he really does not get along with other men, like, at all. He does not want to be around them. He does not want to talk to them. He does not want to work with them, but he has to. And his wife keeps being like, well, maybe if you put more effort in, then you'll get along with them better. And it just never works because he really does not like being around other men.
I wonder why
Why I
the
think
book
so.
I'm reading feels so sloppy.
What book are you reading?
Lawbreaker.
I think it feels kind of snobby because Brandon is trying to write in a horny way, but he's like basically a Puritan, so
Does not feel. I mean, like all of his stuff, he seems to have some kind of weird, like, desire to write in a liberal way while still having internalized misogyny.
yeah. Yeah, women, am I right? Also, Vivenna is just like a snob, so
I keep pronouncing it as Vivina because it looks like Ribena, and that's funny to
yeah,
me.
that is funny.
It's also how her name
Ribena.
is spelled. She's horrible. I've got to her, like, I was reading a chapter because, like, Sirius part's interesting because she's in the fucking weird palace and stuff's going on.
Yeah, Vivenna's part is
And then, like,
definitely the most
Vasher is
difficult to
doing
read.
anything cool. Like, Vasher's the only one doing anything cool.
Yeah, I love Vasher.
It's a bad boy. I have no idea what's going on with him, but he's doing something. But then, yeah, Ribena is just so boring and also just so snobby.
Yeah, she's just Puritan. I find it funny. Siri goes to the palace and she's like, "Ooh, I'm a fancy girl now. I can be fancy." It's the like force femme thing, but she's like, "Hell yeah, brother!" And it's kind of funny to me whenever people do that in stories. I really want to see a story where a really
It's
fancy
too
woman
much.
has to be
Ogling.
like, I want to see a story where it's a really fancy woman who has to get less fancy for her,
Yes.
and then she discovers that she actually really likes castrating pigs or whatever.
Specifically.
Well, there's a bit in a ContraPoints video where she's making fun of, I think one of the senators of Iowa who's like, I was born on a pig farm and I've been castrating hogs ever since.
Very normal.
Yeah, most normal Iowan. But yeah, Warbreaker is kind of a weird book. People generally don't like Vivenna, and I know why. Do you want to know a fun fact, though?
Yeah. I
You've
mean,
already seen Vivenna in a different book.
which one?
You'll see when you get to the end of the
Ugh.
book.
I will open the Wikipedia page, I swear
Oh
to
my
God.
god. Do you want me to just tell you?
Yeah.
She's an Oathbringer.
Well, it's hanging out with Vasha. I'm guessing she's one of the Ardents or something.
Incorrect.
What?
She's Azure.
Oh! That's horrible. Man, I wish I didn't know that.
Why?
Because it's just like, wow, Asher actually is a cool fucking character.
Yeah, then she's like, we're fucking kill him, that asshole. Kill. Well, she
She's
did
going to
figure out.
kill Vasha.
Well, I don't. She wants to apprehend him for stealing Nightblood, I think.
Stealing Nightblood.
I
It
have
seems
no
like
idea. He
owns
hasn't
Nightblood.
released
I
that
think
book
he
yet.
created
He
Nightblood.
hasn't released the book called Nightblood yet. I don't think he's even written it, so it's hard for us to say why she's mad at him.
That's under the assumption that Vasha made Nightblood.
Yeah. Maybe he did. Maybe he did.
It is kind of
Maybe
strange
he's
that
full of
Nightblood
beans.
is kind of just injected into Stormlight.
I do find that funny. Yeah, it's funny reading it because it's just like, oh, well, the reason I think is because Warbreaker, Nightblood is relevant. I mean, Nightblood kills a god.
Nightblood is relevant to the Cosmere in general because it's like an investiture eating sword, which is cool as shit. That's
Yeah.
true. But like, if it was just
Also, how
something
else
that
would
existed,
Teravangian kill Bad
yeah,
Blood?
true.
You need a
Kind of
sword
strange
that
when
kills
you
God.
think the investiture eating sword would just. I mean, it turns out you can kind of just like kill gods very easily. It seems, but wouldn't it be like the investiture eating sword? I feel like would have destroyed the shard.
No, Nightblood can't infinitely eat investiture. There's a point where Nightblood is full, as you will.
Yeah, but like I feel like it would have damaged the shard just a little bit.
No, because the shard isn't a finite amount of power.
It's just strange.
The shard is like a piece of infinite investiture, but a piece of infinity is still infinity, if you understand. So far as I
Yeah,
know,
but a
that
piece
is.
of infinity is still finite because preservation fucking has a limit.
In terms of how much he can like personally do or something.
Or just in general, like the shards have limits to what they can control.
But yeah, but that's not based on like the quantity of investiture they have in them. It's based on the intent of the shard, I think, and the strength of the host, so far as I know.
Pureed mushrooms and onions sounds delicious.
Damn. Birds
I
that
want to
just
make a
look,
nice
damn, I
mushroom
wish I
cream.
was making mushroom cream right now. Wish I was
I could
making
probably
a
make
mushroom cream. Pathetic.
so easy to make mushroom cream.
Cream of
Making
mushrooms.
mushroom gravy is really fucking easy because you just like mix gravy. You cook some mushrooms and then you put some like stock powder or something over the top of it, and it turns into gravy because like the liquid comes out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, eclipse.
Eclipse?
Now the moon is just doing the thing where it's a black circle with a or black square with a white border around it.
Yeah, it does that. Do you want to know a fun fact, Barton?
Yeah.
Eclipses are twice as frequent on the planet my book is on than they are in real life.
Well, there's two moons.
Yeah.
You close? No, you're not close to bed. I can sleep in this world though, can't I?
I'm in the end, so you should be able to, yeah.
I was also looking at the Wikipedia for Brandon Sanderson's bibliography, and a sneeze is about to come out. The Cosmos series isn't very big.
Like compared to the rest of his bibliography, or?
I thought there were more books, but it's just like there's Mistborn, Stormlight, and then like 5 secret projects, and that's it.
Yeah, along
It's
with
also weird that
Warbreaker.
reading. So Elantris counts as a standalone, but there's 3 Elantris books because 2 of them are novellas.
Yeah. One of them's short as shit, I think. One of them is a short story, one of them's a novella, one of them's Elantris. He's gonna write a sequel to Elantris someday, and it's gonna be the craziest shit of all time to read Elantris and then the sequel, because it'll have been written, like, 20 years apart,
20
probably.
years later.
Like,
The
30
thing
years
is, like,
apart.
there's parts of Elantris that I like, but it's just like it's not
Elantris is
written well.
fun in a campy way.
Sort of.
The author doesn't know that it's bad, but it is pretty bad. It's, like, edgy in a funny way. I do like listening.
That's the problem with his earlier works, with specifically. Okay, so let me go check his timeline real quick, which is confusing to me because Warbreaker comes out a little bit after Elantris, but he writ some shit before that,
Uh-huh.
and that stuff is coherent. So Mistborn is coherent. The first book is. It could also just be because maybe the versions I've read have gone through some kind of like edits, maybe. I don't think they have, but you never know. Because so Elantris is written in a way where it's very hard to like actually picture like where people are or what the fuck's going on. Like you can tell what's going on, but like the mental map my brain makes isn't very good. And it
Yeah.
kind of just feels like I'm put into a new room every time. All the rooms that like
I feel like the place you get the best sense of what it's like is Elantris
the
itself.
pirate, Crushthroat, pirate man. His house is described as a kitchen and a living room,
And a
but
dining
also it
room.
looks like a fortress. That's all that there is. So
Yeah,
in
I
his
do
house,
tend to
all I
like
feel
that.
is there's an entryway, a kitchen, and a dining room, and then that's it.
There's like a tunnel for his entryway that can be collapsed, which is kind of funny to me.
It's fucking strange, but yeah. Okay, so the whole first era of Mistborn came out before Warbreaker,
Oh.
and that felt coherent, as in like there was places people were going, and I could understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Warbreaker feels very strange because the people don't feel like they live in those places, and everything is so transient that I kind of have no. There's no ground. Like you spend one chapter in the first village, and then every single time I'm opening a chapter on someone else, they're not in a recognizable location. It's always a new location. So it feels like you're reading this bit, someone blacks out, they wake up somewhere else to like continue the plot.
It's like me when I'm on crack.
It's like a room with people having conversations, and those conversations drag on for a long time when they don't need to.
Mm-hmm. Damn, reminds me of a different book I just read called Bloodbound.
Damn. It's fucked up.
You're telling me.
The 11th Metal. What is that?
Hmm?
That's an adventure game. A short work by... I'm looking at this stuff. Apparently there's short books.
Wrote a novella for Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. Is that the 11th Metal?
I don't know.
Oh.
I've never read it. Not the wildest Sanderson had out there, just a normal one. Not like other girls. Wait, the 11th Metal? Was that what you said it was called?
Yeah, there's just a book called 11th Metal. A short story.
Yeah, that's about Mistborn, as far as I know.
Yeah, but like, I can't see anything else about it. It doesn't have a link that goes to it.
Yeah, you can read it in the Arcanum Unbounded book.
Is that just like a collection of short stories?
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Kind of funny to me that he released a collection of short stories like 7 years ago and hasn't released one since because he's been so busy writing Stormlight.
I was talking to Stephen about it because I bought the Sunlight Man from Stefan's bookstop.
Mr.
And-
Stefan, yeah.
Yeah. Because I bought a collection of strange books. I bought Starship Troopers, a Olivia Baker book, and then Brandon Sanderson. He's like, you got the fucking strangest collection here. I'm like, yeah, I got fascist propaganda, feminist story written by a black woman, and then my pulp novel.
Feminist propaganda.
Sure.
I'm joking. Bro, I'm joshing.
Octavia Butler. What did I say?
Octavia Butler? You said Olivia Baker or something like that.
See, I don't know why I said that. I think I'm thinking of Mary Baker Eddy and then Octavia Butler. I don't know why. Mary Baker Eddy is just a name stuck in my head for no reason. She's a cult person. But yeah.
Which
I was looking at
Octavia Butler are you gonna read?
I was looking at Imago and I found out Imago is not the first one. I was like, oh, it's not. It's a part of a series. I had no idea. So I'm reading Dawn right now. Well, I'm going to read Dawn after.
That's an Octavia Butler book?
Yeah.
Okay. I've read 2 of them, but neither of them are that one, obviously.
The name of a woman octopus. Yeah, it should be. Octavius is the male one, is it?
Writers when the only writers when they take 1 semester of Latin in high school.
That reminded me. Sorry, I said woman. I said male of an octopus, and it reminded me of a thing that I saw with a trans guy, where like this guy was writing something, and it was like, oh, there's like a female of the species, but the character's a trans man, or trans demon specifically, and it's just like, it still feels weird calling like someone a female, but they're a trans man.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't like that. Like, I suppose they're doing it in like a...
They're doing it in a biological way, I just don't like it.
Yes. But even then, I don't even think that works. Because, just defining something as male or female is usually only done like biologically by like characteristics of a creature.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it that way, and even then, like there are creatures that you have certain organs which are still male. So it's just strange. I don't know. Maybe it's just a nitpick. Oh, I mean, waiting for clay to dry is agonizing.
Waters without a furnace be like.
I imagine that would be horrendous because I suppose it depends on what kind of clay you're using and what you're using it for. Because you need clay to vitrify for it to be used for a lot of things. Otherwise, it's too brittle.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you're gonna glaze anything, it needs to vitrify.
You need
Vitrify
to
is also a really
revivify
cool
it.
word. Huh?
You need to revivify it.
No, you don't revivify. You don't metodolate it either.
Damn. What's even the point of me then?
Huh?
What
You're being
am I?
racist again.
What am I without retardulating?
Retardation. What I want to know is how's AJ doing?
I want to know that too, but it's impossible to say.
Impossible or improbable?
I think improbable. And should you ask me for the world, somehow I'd get it. I could sell my very soul and not regret it. It's just impossible. Wow, 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 wow. It's just impossible. I'm looking for shit in this.
That's fucked up.
Tell me.
I need to read Nightmare, Yuri in the... Wait.
Nightmare Pussy. That's what they say I have.
I had a way of saying it a while ago and I forgot what it's called. It's appeasing the dead gods, I suppose.
I was just getting rid of them because I didn't need them. And they instantly despawn if you throw them in the void. So you could see that when I got there,
It was.
you could see that when I got there, there were a bunch just like sitting around that hadn't despawned since this last time I'd been there. But if you just throw them off the cliff, they instantly despawn. It's not a big deal, but I just wanted to do it.
Need to read Yuri in the Night... No, Nightmare in the Yuri Painter. Fuck.
Nightmare of the Yuri Painter.
AJ has someone to talk to, but I'm having a stroke.
Angel. Hey, Angel.
AJ's not Hispanic enough to have the name Angel.
That's true. To recover my XP for my stuff.
Getting experience fixes the tools, and we need to kill black people for it. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
This game was made by Notch, so there you go.
Yeah.
He's grinding. It's on Grinder right now.
Yeah. I was grinding. Indeed. And should you ask me for the world, somehow I'd get it. I could sell my very soul, not regret it. No fucking idea what I want to put in this camera. You would, yeah, that is true. You also need to fully play Final Fantasy X.
I have played some Final Fantasy 10, so close enough, is it not?
See, he's played some. This guy, he's a gamer. Bart, do you self-identify as a gamer?
No.
What do you self-identify as?
Don't know. Do I have to? Gamer feels like a slur at this point. Yeah, but I don't want to be construed as one of those creatures, you know.
You know you're turning it into a slur.
Maybe it deserves to be a slur.
Damn, it's fucked up. I'm in bed. I'm EP sleepy. I'm eeping him and sleeping him and becking him for more.
Slurping and burping on it?
Yeah. As your people say.
My people?
Yeah. Your people.
I think Nightmare and the Yuri Painter is a better name, though.
I agree. It implies
I do not like the
more
cover of the book, though. It feels... I don't know why, but it feels racist.
The cover of the book, you look at it, you're like...
Having a fucking Midwest white man write a book and then have that, like, a manga... Or...
See, that's why there's not any people on the cover of Bloodbound. So
Okay, I need to explain
white
exactly
man.
what it feels like. You know the traditional, like, African, like, robe with the hat? Put a white man in that, and that's what it feels like to see that cover. I'll see if I can find.
Oh, you're talking about the Celebration Day Nigerian outfit? Is it Nigerian? I think it's Nigerian. I don't think it's Nigerian. Damn it.
It's,
See, why would you make a game that takes 150 hours to 100%? That's horrible. Nightmare. Also, why would I play a game that's holistically bad?
What are we talking about?
The game age is not.
Oh, Fantasy 2.
Yeah. Like, if the game is not good, why would I not? Like, if playing the whole game, if it made me miserable, it's not a good game. That's why Dark Souls 3 loses so many points to me, because if you play the whole game, 100% it. It's awful, horrible to do. Same thing with fucking Minecraft. Sorry, not Minecraft. Same thing with all the Souls games actually, except for Elden Ring. I think the least egregious farming you have to do in any Souls game, to 100% it, obviously Elden Ring. Second place, Dark Souls 1. Third place, Dark Souls 2. Fourth place, Dark Souls 3. And Dark Souls 3 has the worst by a long shot.
I think AJ's saying it's not fun to 100% it, maybe?
Yeah, that's what he said. Oh. Because the thing for me is that, like, if I'm gonna play a game, I'm gonna play the whole game, right? Like, that's just
I
the
nearly
basic
100%.
game playing experience for me.
I'm gonna look at my Baldur's Gate achievements. I'm like sneaking through them.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with Baldur's Gate, is that it takes so damn long to finish the whole thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't really actually like looking at it in thingo. Like, okay, I gotta do one
Well,
playthrough.
I actually think my biggest problem with Baldur's Gate 3 is that it triggers my social anxiety more than any other game I've ever played.
Hmm.
Baldur's Gate 3 causes me more
Yeah,
social
why?
anxiety than any other game because you can make people mad in it. Almost no games do you make people mad that you
Oh,
have the option to not make them mad. And you can make them mad on accident. A lot.
yeah, so I just like don't care.
Yeah. Well, Bard,
You're just
do you
gonna
have
tell the
social
fuck off.
anxiety?
No. Not anymore.
You're like, I simply decided to not have it, weakling.
Yeah, I just grew up.
Thanks.
I was joking.
You know where all the fucking flower pots are? I think there might be in the miscellaneous chest. There's
I
only
don't know,
four
but if you
left.
take these bricks out the oven, I'm gonna cut you. I mean, big ones, or I think we got a bunch of
I have
shards,
small
didn't
ones.
we?
I have small. I'm using the small ones. I'm putting flowers in them.
Okay. Well, I mean, do what you wish. What I'm saying is get your own bricks.
I know.
I'm joking. Would you like some bricks?
No, I don't need any. I was just looking for flower pots, and I only needed a couple. See, to me, AJ, why would you make a game that has everything when you can make a game when you can make a bunch of different games for a bunch of different people? Like, one game that has everything is just going to be chock full of stuff that even people who really like it don't enjoy.
I mean, I don't know. Just play video games?
Right, like, if you're approaching video games in a very, like, low stress, casual way, then, like, if video games having lots of content you don't want to do isn't a big deal. But for me, where, like, it's hard for me to do anything in a low stress, casual way other than a game I've already played. So, like, once I've played the game the first time, I can approach it in a low stress, casual way because there's no pressure to complete anything, you know? But on the first, rounds of playing it, it is stressful to me if I can't complete it. But if it's already complete, I can do whatever I want. Like, I'm pretty sure, though this sounds crazy to say, I'm pretty sure I think about game achievements more than most game designers do, just because I, you know, actually want to do the game achievements. Whereas the game designers, I think it's a like last thought they have when they're making the game. But for me, it's a, it basically game achievements for me are like a task list. Like, what do I have to do to consider myself having finished the game? Well, it's the achievements, and then once I do the achievements, I'm like, okay, now I'm done with the game. I've completed it.
Do I make that out of quartz? Fuck. Or should I make it out of andesite?
Like what?
I'm gonna do like a lower facade on the skyscraper because I want to make it look like an old skyscraper, like brick building, you know. And they have like some of them have a facade down the bottom that's just made of a different stone, like marble or something, or has like a white concrete finish.
Yeah. I would make it out of polished andesite, personally.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So wish I had more brick options, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, andesite or tier
I said, I said,
diorite?
I said polished. Wait.
You
I
said
meant,
andesite. Andesite's the grey one. Do you mean
yeah, I
diorite,
meant
which
to
is the
say
white one?
diorite, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're all good.
You start viciously beating
You might. I mean, no. Why would I do that?
me. You're like, I might.
We need stone. What? Are you still farming levels?
No.
Okay. What are you doing now?
I'm making it.
Huh?
I'm making the last room in the palace.
Oh, you're still in the castle.
Yeah. I had one room left, so I wanted to do it.
I think it's easy to say that liking an author's newer stuff makes sense, but also, I don't know. Some of the authors that I've read, a lot of their old stuff is good, and then new stuff gets weird. But at the same time, I don't know. It feels like sometimes reading Brandon's stuff is that this is the first time he's ever written a book before, and then other times it's like he somewhat knows how to write a book.
Yeah, well, for him, you just gotta keep in mind that he's trying to cover a lot of different subject matter, so he's gonna suck at some of it, but be good at others of it.
It's not really the subject matter, it's more like the structure.
That's fair.
Hearing him talk about anything political when it comes to like trade negotiations or like any kind of internal politics, though, is just like, do you know what you're talking about? What's going on over here?
Mr. Manderson, as I call him. Alright, I have bad news.
What?
We've gotta go
It's nighttime?
find another. What's the damn fucking. We gotta go find another of the library things so that we can replenish our
Yeah, the bookcases.
bookshelf stock. Yeah, 1 second. Hey Jay, if you read the thing I sent you, just let me know what you think of it. Bar, do you want to also read it? Doesn't take.
Read what?
I just have like a page of character interaction that I'm curious what you think of. It's the character arcs for uh, two of the characters in the book I'm going to write.
Sure.
It does tell you what happens in the book, but I think I might have already told you anyway, so
You already have, kind of.
yeah.
Plus, I don't know. I can. You kind of spoil books to me.
What?
Like okay. So, movies, video games have spoilers, but to me, books don't have spoilers
Because the process of reading a book is
because
enjoyable?
yes, the process of things that happen in the book is more interesting than like the thing that happens.
Yeah. I mean, that's
So,
why.
like knowing who has certain shards in the book isn't a spoiler to me, but the how they get to them is the interesting part.
Yeah. Well, this one explains the how of those character arcs, so if you don't want to know the how, then
No, I
don't
don't.
read it.
I don't. Yeah, I already said yes.
Okay. Mr. Manderson.
I don't know. 100%ing a game doesn't sound too crazy because if you're already into it, like, it doesn't really matter at that point.
Yeah, for me,
The big my head
100%ing
with
a game is
100%ing
just.
games, it's when they have insanely stupid achievements, like complete all these things without dying, and like this thing will be like, oh, it kills you in one hit when you look at it, and you have to do the whole thing again. And the game's like 12 hours long. That fucking sucks. A game that I can usually like grinding in it. Ooh, there's a zombie here.
Where?
Chainmail zombie.
Oh, neat.
What are you doing with my looting sword? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't drop anything. They didn't drop me flesh. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I like, I like challenging achievements enough, but like some of
See,
them get crazy. Like I don't think I'm gonna do all the ones for Hollow Knight because those are just fucked. Like I might eventually, but I'm
most
not in
of
a
the
hurry to do
ones for
so.
Hollow Knight aren't very hard and actually don't take very long because dying in Hollow Knight is. Uh, you can avoid dying in Hollow Knight pretty easily. There's one that's to me really hard because it requires a lot of skill, but it's not the one people have the least because it's
It's
like
Pantheon
for people
5.
who are good at Pantheon 5, people who are good at the game are going to do that anyway. But if you like achievements but you're not good at the game, you're not going to be able to do that one.
Well, I'm going to, but it's just gonna take a long time, and I don't get progression out of it, which is the annoying part.
Yeah.
I gotta start fucking building, and I don't know how I'm gonna start building.
I like that some of the Minecraft paintings are just like absurdly large. I think I'm gonna. 1 second. I'm gonna pull up the map thing and go look for more books.
Oh yeah, good point. We're supposed to be doing that, aren't we? Corner. Say 3 block corners? Maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of so how do I want to make this thing?
I think we've gone to some of the strongholds nearby. Maybe not. There's one to the. I think we. There's one to the southeast and one to the southwest, and they're about equally distant from the spawn point. I think it might be easier to get to the one to the southeast because we have a portal that's like pretty much due uh, north and a portal that's pretty much due east, due west. I think I'm gonna go to the due north one. Do you want to go with me?
Building at the moment.
Okay. I find your opinions about games interesting, AJ, because since I am not very good at games and don't really, I don't, it's interesting because there are some people who are like, oh man, I was so challenged by this game and I enjoyed that challenge so much. And I don't really enjoy challenge the way a lot of these people seem to. Like, they seem to, like, get a real kick out of it, which I don't. Uh, so it's weird to me in that sense, because I feel like maybe I should be enjoying the challenge here. I like completing the thing, but like the it's not fun just because it's hard for me. Mostly because I'm not very adaptable, so like doing something hard is often just doing something that like doesn't come to me very naturally because my brain just seems to be like very non-adaptive. It is hard for me to do new things. Um,
I like doing a challenge in the sense that it's something to overcome, but the gameplay has to be fun. So like Hollow Knight, you fight a boss, you jump around, you do all these cool tricks and shit. That's fun. Playing something where the game is intentionally difficult to play, fucking shit. Like, not fun at all. Horrible.
mhm.
You have to, like, you're pretty much just fighting poor controls, and the only way that you, like, win is just by succeeding at a game that's intentionally breaking your own knees. I don't understand challenges where you basically handicap yourself.
I don't have a boat here. Let's find it up. Still don't have my respiration helmet on.
Alright, you want me to come with you? What are you doing?
I'm going to the stronghold to check and see if there's any stuff there.
Okay.
I went to the eastern path, and then I took the Coral Ruins portal, and then I'll tell you the coordinates. Much further south than I thought.
Like, okay. Challenging for something like Elden Ring, I don't find it hard because the game isn't like hard. It's more like just a puzzle on how to do like DPS properly and figuring out how to do something. Like Baldur's Gate has difficulty to it, but I don't think it's particularly hard. You just have to use your big, thick, juicy brain.
Alas, I have no big, thick, juicy brains. These things are often difficult.
Well, it's just like you gotta figure out how something's gonna work and like how you can improve stuff and do other things. Or like if you approach something a different way. A lot of the time playing Baldur's Gate, if you just like do something slightly different, you can completely turn a fight around, like drinking potions and fucking poisoning your weapon and who knows what else. Or just have the advantage on someone by sneaking up to them first, can win the fight instantly. There's like a whole bunch of shit that can like change that, and it's just a puzzle to figure out. I don't think it's much challenge when like the thing just boils down to like, oh, if you just spend an extra hour doing this boss fight, you'll win because attrition. So like roll once away from the enemy, whack them once, roll away, whack them once, roll away, whack them once. I don't find that challenging. I just find it boring.
See, whereas I kind of like that because it's a test of reaction or whatever. And I think it's
I
just
don't think
because I'm not a very adaptable player. I don't really find it like fun to have to learn a bunch of different play styles or whatever. That's why God of War Ragnarok is like frustrating for me because I don't find having to parry fun. You know, I want to pick the thing I like and just do that until I win. So like a game that's like no, unless you play in a like sufficiently varied way, we're not going to let you win. That's not fun for me. I don't want to play in a varied way. I want to play in the way I particularly like.
well, it's not really what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just expressing my own opinion.
Being able to play a game that has so many options, picking that one option that you're good at and continuing to do the exact same thing over and over again is perfectly fine.
Uh-huh. That's what I like doing.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good. What I'm talking about is a game that's like Sekiro puts me off because it's just a game where you have one sword and then like you can parry and then do all that other stuff. And it's like, well, that doesn't sound like fun because there's not much to do besides just getting good at whacking somebody. Which direction did you say the portal is?
East.
Okay.
And I took the Coral Sea portal.
What's the everything you've written about the stone? Coral Sea, you say?
It's called like Coral Ruins or something like that.
Oh, well, that's the wrong one.
Hmm. Luck with water this time is not so good. Keep running into aqueducts. Ooh, underwater geo. That's fun.
Coral Ruins is the one next to.
Really wish Minecraft had better lighting so this looked. What did I write on page 2 of the story outline? Oh, apparently that's everything I've written about this story. I'm a crazy guy. I did write that. Is that so wrong, Agent?
How do you think it's spelled heebie-jeebie?
Hmm?
Heebie-jeebie.
EBGB? Um, I usually do HEEBIE,
I'll do the J.
Good. I don't think I have anything good for making wall here. I guess I can use these. Those water permeable? Might just be fucked here. This doesn't matter all that much. I'll just do this also. Irritating whenever you end up on an aqueduct. Do you have any doors on you, Barb?
No.
I might have some red somewhere. Here.
I have to send you a picture as a reference so I can close the YouTube, what's it called? Page. You've never given me coordinates, by the way.
Follow my sign on the thing. Can you see it, or does it not work right now?
It's very far away, but I'll give it a go.
Yeah. I am in a hole in the ground, so you're going to be able to see a staircase where I am.
How did you have to go far from the thing?
It's about 500 blocks, mostly to the south.
I got your direction, that's fine.
Okay. What the hell is it with this area and aqueducts? Good lord.
Why?
Stumbled on 3 aqueducts so far. There's a guy in full chainmail. Hey, buddy. What is it with this game? A guy's in full chainmail. You get anything?
Okay, so you're on this island.
Yeah.
Let's need to find the entrance.
Yeah. I need to find the fucking stronghold. Lord.
Oh, I'm a dildo. Barry is talking about the con that he went to with some friends. It's a Warframe one.
Uh-huh.
And he was taking a photo, like posing for this like thing, and then the guy next to him was taking forever to do something. So him and his friend start go like do a different one, and they turn over back to the original guy, and he put on like full leather fetish gear to take a photo in the middle of like a con, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
I love that for him.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think he just put like the hat on, but you know, it's still. Where did you start the hole?
At the southern tip of an island,
Southern tip of the island.
on a
Okay.
sandbar.
Oh.
I feel like I'm gonna hit fucking bedrock. I'm in like roughly the right area. I just don't know what Y coordinate it's at. I hit bedrock! Let's go! Okay.
Oh, it's a tiny. It's not on the sandbar. It's on the grass nearby.
Okay.
Dark pit.
They used to call me. Okay, so I definitely missed it somewhere. I'm not really sure what Y coordinate it would be at. There's probably like an average Y coordinate that they're all at. Usually is. This is the kind of thing that was a little easier correlated to the mountain update, because then you didn't have to worry about this huge amount of variation in height. But as is, I'm not really sure where it would be, because it has to be somewhere along here, but I'm not sure about the height. Hey, sweetheart.
Howdy.
So I dug a pit down to Y0 over here, but I didn't find it, so I'm not really sure what Y coordinate's going to be at. I think I've...
Are you at the X? Like.
Yeah, okay, so the chunk it's in is 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 5, 5, 2 to 2, 1, 2, 7, 1, 5, 7, 6. 5, 6, 7, sorry. So, wait a second. Okay, here's my concern. I think that I might have gone too far east. What on earth are they flashing like that? What the fuck?
Were you flashing me?
If you look at my stream, you can see that the F3
Oh yeah,
menu
it's
is
annoying. I had that
flashing.
happening.
Yeah. It impacts mostly...
Oh.
Vache's disability, I mean, it's more a metaphorical thing, I guess. I would have to think about that a bit more. I was actually thinking about that while I was writing the bit. Okay.
Frank Herbert Gerbert.
Because it's not intended to be like the... It's one of the things that Locus finds, like, distasteful about her, essentially. The fact that
And I have a
she
leg.
can't perform the same way most people can. And, you know, just because, like, she's staying at home doesn't mean, like, she's not doing a lot of really strenuous activity that losing a leg doesn't impact, because she's living in the mountains, right? So she has a lot of very strenuous activity to do. Okay, Bart, I may or may not have found the... I've walked into the library
Ah,
room. Awfully convenient. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get out this thing to pull this shit in. But yeah, AJ, what do you think of the character interactions? Bashe's disability is intended to be something that prevents her from doing anything that she deems as too dangerous, which makes a lot of sense given the position she's in, right? But it's something that would keep her, you know, inside her house when she might be going out and from doing things that are can only marry Treya because of her disability. Well, it's not really exactly that. Like the other men don't want to marry her, but it's not like Treya was like the worst option because Treya's parent was the one who like prevented Bashe from dying after she lost her life. So it wasn't simply that like Treya was the last option. She was like, well, you know, if I have to marry somebody, it was on top of the other men not liking her, Treya also being the child of someone who saved her life. So, but it's not like Treya was like the worst option. She was like, oh god, I have to marry this guy I hate because no other guy wants to marry me.
I say we should fucking kill all of them. We should go in creative and put down a monster spawner if we're gonna make a mob spawner.
What is that?
Because I can't be bothered dealing with natural spawners because the server's not very good for them.
Okay.
Oh, I don't even think mob spawners are very good for them, so I'm waiting for this one to regenerate. I ain't doing shit.
Yeah. Well, that's just because of how mouse spawners work.
Silverfish.
Treya's just not a very masculine guy, and the other guys are very masculine. And they kind of want Treya to, like, do masculine stuff, but Treya just doesn't find masculine stuff very entertaining. And a lot of, like, male culture for them is about, like, bravado and stuff like that, and Treya is not into that. He doesn't, like, you know, being the best. It doesn't matter to him, so when other men are just, like, bragging or whatever, he's just like, I don't care. I'd rather be talking to my wife. Because their society isn't like they don't bring back food specifically for their wife or whatever, they're bringing back food for everyone. Because of that, It's not like he's underperforming exactly. Like he is bringing back less than the other men,
In the
but it's
library.
not a super serious issue. I'm looking for other libraries.
There's another one here.
Yeah. I'm just looking around right now.
You dig through the wall, or
I'm just looking around right now. So it's not like
well, I
Treya
can't harvest these.
being. Oh wait, you don't have a slow touch axe?
No, babe, that's what I'm telling you where it is.
Okay, I can come over and do it real quick. Pretty close here.
Oh, so fish. Hello, friend. I've dug a hole in the floor.
Okay, I'm trying to find you. I can see your name, I'm just trying to get to the room. Like, I get what you're saying, AJ. You want there to be, like, consequences for them having these issues. The reason I'm not so keen about that is because Treya and are you in the library right now?
Yeah, babe.
Okay, I'm just trying to find the way you got there. I'm having a little bit of trouble.
We have to go all the way around.
Okay, gotcha.
Howdy, this way.
Oh. Cool, thank you. Do you have a sword?
Yeah, why?
Could you harvest the cobwebs as I'm going through?
No. Don't want to damage my sword.
How horrid.
Well, the fact that I'm trying to get experience to level up my shovel back up to being useful, yes, it is quite horrid, actually.
No, you don't understand. The serious issue between them is that they do things that bother each other. It's not that these things are like necessarily real problems, it's that they bother each other with these things. But like it is a problem that Treya doesn't get along with other men in the sense that like okay, he doesn't provide as much, the other men don't like him, the other women uh dislike the main character because their husbands don't get along and stuff like that. And that means that because like these people dislike her and she doesn't like them, she ends up spending more time by herself. And because she spends so much time by herself and in her house, she's overprotective of her children and stuff like that. So it has these consequences. I don't know if those are necessarily. And like just talking to you now, like maybe helped me think of those, which I appreciate. Oh hi. No way, silverfish, and now I'm on fire.
Well, that's because you walked next to me while I was slacking, sorry.
Okay. Ooh, up, slacking. Like, it is a serious issue that Basha is missing a leg, but her more serious issue is, the emotional problems that arise between her and her sister, primarily.
Just get your sister, easy.
You're like, that's what I did.
What's that?
You two-handing sword sound sexy.
It's not a sword, it's a shield.
Oh, a sword and shovel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back home because I got lots of.
You're gonna take the quick way?
No.
Okay, I'll take the quick way.
I like to pretend that I'm playing Minecraft. Okay.
What does density do? I just found a book of density enchantment. Oh,
Lashe being overprotective of her children causes them to be unhappy.
what does the
And
density enchantment do?
I don't know. And it causes them to be like nervous and more apt to like stay inside and not take any risks like their mom does. So she's essentially creating children that are just like her, which is to say people who are unnecessarily nervous
You don't
and
have a leg.
too worried about uh, risks and stuff like that. Which is why Atabi finds it so beneficial to bring the children into situations that make them look. Atabi. Atabi. It's more correct. Try to figure out how to say your character's name, challenge impossible.
Gangmo.
Sprunglio.
Oh.
My heart's a Sprunglio. Wait a second. There we go. Bashe being overprotective of her children causes a different problem than Lakis being over controlling of her child. For Lakis, her son starts like hating her and being really like reckless and trying to get away from her all the time. And Bashe's children don't do that. They just like sort of become her.
Exit come.
This should enforce Bashe's stance. Well, no. Like, Bashe, a bad thing happening, the way she resolves it is by being more confident in her own strength and her own ability. And she realizes when she's having that confidence to solve this problem that, like, trying to prevent her children from, like, finding any risks and doing anything dangerous is going to like cause them to lack the strength she needed to get herself out of that situation. Because Bashe is the one who digs them out of the house when they are stuck in there. Because I think Atabi would probably be too weak and scared. And because Bashe has already faced this issue, when previously the way she got out of the house was she dug them out of it, and then her siblings died, and Atabi lived, and so did Bashe, obviously. But after that, Bashe was like, well, I'm never going to end up in that situation again. I'm going to be as cautious as I possibly can. And she takes being cautious to the extreme that she is too controlling and she can't let things go, and she's very worried all the time. And which makes a lot of sense given what she went through, obviously. It's just that, living paranoid isn't healthy. And she realizes that being paranoid has made her less happy and also
Be
made
right
her
back.
children less happy. No, it's not being controlling for her, it's being overprotective and extremely cautious. Lacus is the one who has trouble with being controlling. Uh, like, Atabi doesn't want her children to do certain things, but she's not like she's not like directing their actions all the time. That's what Lakis does. Lakis directs her son's actions all the time. She dictates to him what he's going to do with his time constantly. And that's what makes him unhappy. That's not what Atabi does with her children, really. She's overprotective and she's very worried for them. And they can tell that she's very worried about them. And that leads them to be more cautious. And because they don't want to make their mother worried, they're constantly like not doing things that would be fun or would be, engaging just because they don't want to worry their mom. It's something they're choosing to do. Whereas with uh, Laki's son, if he had the choice, he would be doing all of these things, but it's not something his mother is even giving him the option to do. She's controlling him as absolutely as she can. I keep saying Atabi because Atabi's the sister and they're like the same person in my head for some damn reason. Uh, Bashe is the name. Atabi is the more interesting name, and I ended up giving that to the sister because that's what I thought of it. But Bashe is the name the mom has. And I haven't written it yet, so the characters' names aren't very well fixed in my head. Once I've written it, usually I can keep those kinds of things pretty straight, but until then, it's kind of a struggle for me. My brain not too big, my brain rather small. Hmm. hard for me to remember character names until I've written stuff. Oh, and even once I've done that, it's hard for me because my brain not work too good. This is my trouble in life. My brain don't work. Sometimes I'm like not. Sometimes I'm not sure if my brain is like busted in some way or if everybody's brains are just like that. Because my memory is not very good. AJ, you have the most normal brain. Everything that happens in your brain is completely to be expected. Hello.
What's the Wi-Fi password?
It's. Can I write it down for you? Do you have a piece of paper? Or I can type it in.
Oh, you can text it to me.
Oh, I don't have my phone on me. 1 second.
You have Discord.
Oh, you have this.
Let's just turn each other on Discord to make communication easier.
That's a good idea.
I'm back.
1 second. Okay. I'm streaming right now, by the way.
That's
So don't say any slurs if you can avoid it. What's your username?
What's happening?
My username is Knight Iron. Is it like the medieval knights?
Oh.
And underscore iron.
Okay. This is my roommate, everybody. Fresh new roommate off the melting block. AJ saw your friend bringing in the bottles of water, so AJ hopes you enjoy the bottles of water.
Oh yeah.
Send the friend request. I don't know if I typed the thing in right, but
My fuck no, my life.
is everything undercase, lowercase in that rather? There it is.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, is
K.
that should be it.
I was gonna say K.
Okay. Okay. Everybody has a normal brain where I come from. The land of locusts.
Alright, just send me that Wi-Fi password.
Yeah, I just did. And it's a pretty fly for a Wi-Fi.
Oh, you playing modded or regular?
Regular Minecraft.
I love modded.
Yeah, I probably would as well, but I just I only play regular Minecraft because I'm built strange. Maybe I should use colored candles for this. Maybe that would be fun. Wi-Fi password Vivarno. That's the Wi-Fi password at your place, AJ. You can't lie to me. AJ's the #1 Vivarno fan. What is it that you like about Vivarno? I cannot remember. Maybe black candles would be cool. Shit. AJ, that's what I'm saying. My brain no work too good. You need to type them in the chat we have between us
So
and
what's
pin
happening?
it. The roommate just came in to ask for the password, and I just wondered why AJ loves Vivarno so much, because my memory is not so good. Like, one time AJ told me all the things he liked about Bloodbound generally, and I cannot remember what they are. I think number 7 was Vivarno, though. Because AJ, whenever I'm trying to figure out things you would like, it's really hard for me, because in my brain I'm kind of like, well, AJ doesn't really like anything. And then I'm like, no, AJ definitely likes stuff. It's just all stuff that I don't like, usually. Or you like it for different reasons. Yeah. But like, if I had to tell you why I think you like it, I think I would struggle, because for me, figuring out why you like something is difficult, because when you will and won't like something is often a mystery to me. Other than anything slow-paced is a no. Anything overly prosaic is a no. Anything that's plot-focused generally is a no. But like, for me, that encompasses so much media that like, what's left, I'm like, I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I should put a rug in here, that's what I should do.
Really tie the place together. That's just fucking rude. I need your bed.
Yeah. I'll be setting up in a second. Okay, I have slept. I think, for me, Four Winds, fast-paced, character-driven story, main character in the story having nearly opposing views and values. Start of the story felt natural because every plot beat pushed her character arc. Yeah. So you like these like really change-heavy stories, which, and it might just be because like the things you really like in stories just honestly don't engage with me very much. Like, character change is interesting, but the way you tend to think of it is very different than the way I tend to think of it. And also, I think I just don't like it as much as you do. Because for you, a lot of the time, you know, the story's about the character arc. And for me, that's not necessarily the case. A lot of the time, stories are about different things.
Characters change in the book. You know when it happens because the author says the character changes in the book.
Yeah, and as Bard kind of hints out there, I don't find explicit character change super engaging. Like the time I've read explicit character change where I thought it was the most engaging is Kaladin in Stormlight, which is like the I don't know, like it's for me also Kaladin is just the archetype, my favorite archetype of character, which is the depressed guy who gets through it. Find it very relatable. For me, I like a character to be inspiring in some way, and that's why Kaladin is so fun for me because he's uh, an inspiring guy. And also, I don't like fast-paced books, like as a rule. I don't, well, when I say as a rule, I mean that I don't like fast-paced books because they're fast-paced. If something is fast-paced, that's kind of like a non-trait to me. That's like a thing that doesn't matter really. Because I can take slow-paced books just as easily. It really does not
I
matter to
think
me.
pace is important in a way that isn't conventional. Like, shit doesn't have to be going crazy. You don't have to be accelerating the plot, but your chapter has to have something actually happening in it. So, like, I'll be happy to read a whole chapter that's just two characters having a conversation. As long as that conversation progresses, it's all fine. If the conversation stays stagnant and like nothing fucking changes, it's horrendous. Like, sometimes an author will just repeat themselves like a lot, and it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna skip this whole chapter. Not this whole chapter, like this whole paragraph, and it turns out I've missed nothing. Like, there's sometimes my eyeballs will flick to like a sentence or like I'll say a sentence or dialogue on the opposite side of a page. So I'm on like the left hand side, just started this page, and then my eyeballs just rest on like the end of the conversation, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's the important part that happened. And then I'll read the whole page, both of them, and then find out I didn't need to read that whole thing. All I needed was that last fucking sentence of dialogue. That was all I needed.
What I meant to say is that
That's frustrating.
the pace of a book is like a non-issue for me. I can take fast-paced or slow-paced just as easily. Sometimes I dislike fast-paced books because I think they cover material in a very shallow way.
Dude,
Like
GPUs,
the
hell yeah,
book
we
I
love
was
that.
just reading, the Wings of Fire books. Every time they bring something up, I'm like, that's kind of interesting. Let's explore that more. And then the book ends, and I'm like, that's crazy. Frustrating contraceptive tea. Tea isn't
What?
much of a contraceptive, but okay.
Oh, that's the guy's name.
Yeah. That's probably why it's frustrating for this guy. It's not very effective.
Probably. I keep going to remove the space.com and nothing's there. It's crazy.
I think that guy's frustrated because tea's not a good contraceptive. You know what the most unnerving philosophy philosophy tube videos are for me?
Which ones?
The ones where she brings on that other actor to play her, and it almost looks exactly like her. The guy.
Yeah, it's upsetting. It's confusing.
And I'm like, obviously she doesn't want to do like boy mode or whatever. It's
I
just
have,
really funny.
I have, at least for me, it's not so weird because I only started watching like her old videos recently. I didn't even know she was trans for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then yeah, so I don't know. I see them as two different people, not really the same person.
I like watching her old
I don't
videos
know
sometimes.
I don't know any content creators that I've seen transition in real time.
I don't either. I think I started watching her videos like a year after she transitioned or something like that, but I got them recommended to me before she transitioned.
I never got them recommended to me. Same as ContraPoint.
Yeah, I like that as well. I find her change as a character really interesting. I think she's one of the better written characters I've read, I guess. She's pretty good. I have my shit in here. Yeah,
You've shit in there?
yeah. The unshitting is occurring.
Me reading the last few chapters of Brandon Sanderson book. They're all the same. It's literally the same. It's just like, ah, shit. I've found myself the last quarter of the book. Shit. I gotta make things sad suddenly, real quick.
Gotta hit him with that Sanderson bit at the end. Fuck.
Like I said, my favorite Sanderson moment is when he's got multiple character point of views happening at the same time, and a bunch of bad things are happening. So he's got like one character's about to get beaten up, or they're halfway through being beaten up, but another character's character arc has to happen at the exact same time that the climax happens.
Yeah.
So there's just gonna be like 16 chapters of this one guy getting beaten up while this person slowly makes a reveal. It's just so fucking stupid. There's like an Elantris, there's a whole scene where like the fucking dude's about to throw someone in a fire, but Raiden has to climb all the way across the
I know,
fucking
right?
battlefield somewhere.
He
And
is
it's just like
getting thrown in
2
that
to
fire for
4
like a year.
chapters of those guys getting thrown into the fire and it never happens. It's so bad.
Sometimes you just gotta get thrown in a fire, Bart. God, are you so pissed at people getting thrown in the fire and it's
It
fire?
happens in Words of Radiance as well, where
Yeah. Oh, that's
Kaladin
the
is just like
funniest thing.
bleeding and pissing for like 3 chapters while people fuck around on the Shattered
Yeah,
Plateau.
that's one of my favorite parts.
It's so funny. It's like, why are they doing that to him?
Kaladin, you can't just keep doing this. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking die. I'm so miserable. And everybody's just like, we're on the Shattered Plains. I'm so miserable, I'm gonna die. I'm so full of joy.
I'm so full of joy.
See, that's the best part about the Sanderson story. See, The Four Winds is fun. It's a fun book. It's pretty good. I honestly think that book is... That book is more worthy of a Pulitzer Prize than All the Light We Cannot See. I think the reason All the Light We Cannot See won a Pulitzer Prize is that it was very well researched and that took a long time. But I think...
All the white we cannot see.
Yeah. It didn't work? That's fucked up. Wait, that's the name of the Wi-Fi. I'm a stupid bitch. One sec, let's the name of the Wi-Fi is Capra Demon. The thing it is alright. It's a very old Wi-Fi password. But, yeah. Name of the Wi-Fi is Capra Demon. Sorry, it was pretty fly for a Wi-Fi for a long time. Not dumb at my house. Good ass. Oh, okay. What was I doing? I was finding something to put in the damn
Other than that, I couldn't
crock
see.
pot. See, for me, my problem with all the light we cannot see. Maybe it's because I don't know, I don't feel like I've read that much World War II fiction. But it's kind of like,
Like the fan fiction.
it's kind of like I already kind of get it, you know? So when I read a book, I'm like, yeah, bro, I get it. Like, the Nazis, a lot of them were little boys. It's pretty fucked up. It was really interesting. But also, the ending of the book was so slow that I was like, dog, you gotta end this book at some point. There's like 45 minutes of just wrapping shit up, and it takes so long, and it honestly could not matter less to me. That was my biggest problem with the book. I thought it was generally pretty good. Like, in case you couldn't tell from my books, well, you've only read one of them, but, Bard can tell from my books that I usually end books as fast as possible. Like, the instant the story is done, the book ends, typically. Right, Bard? You've read 4.
Yeah, I like a short epilogue.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't want to just, like, sit here and be like, oh, my story's about to end. It's about to end. It's really, I swear it's about to end. Just give me 45 more minutes for the... My books, usually, it ends and it's done. Like that.
The ending to When the Truth takes a very long time.
It does, yeah. Marissa isn't necessarily male. That's in the eye of the beholder.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Oh.
Ah, fuck it, I'm going back to bed. No,
In the game.
in fake life.
Oh.
How did you follow me to hell, you stupid spider?
Sometimes I got it.
You're a spider?
Yeah,
Is that why you're flapping your spinnerets at me?
yeah. How did you know?
Spider butthole.
No, that's what I was doing. Also, notably, the girl in All the Light You Cannot See is not a spy. Wait. Not really. She's kind of an informant. It's not the same thing necessarily. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I think the characters in All the Light You Cannot See are more heroic than my characters. And also, Anakai and Oresi don't interact in the climax. They interact before the climax, at the beginning of the last third of the book.
I'm gonna climax.
Damn, that's so true.
Fucking stupid.
Both
The
about
gas
dogs
fell
here.
off its chain.
Yeah, it did. Oh, mine's still on its chain. That Betsy?
Yeah, I reattached yours recently.
Greta. I don't know why I thought her name was Betsy.
Heavens to Betsy.
Heavens to Betsy. Oh, good lord.
Oh, good lord, I'm full of vapor.
Good lord, I'm vaporous.
You wanna come look at my.
Why I would love nothing more than to look at your.
That was
Bart, how are you so
is it more
funny?
concerning that I can make that noise, or the fact that I can recreate the noise?
I mean, I love you either way. Are you making the fucking thing right now? The
Ice scraper, yes.
ice scraper. Yeah, I didn't really get how it was important to the theme in that, though I'm sure it was in some way. Oh, this looks really nice. Good work. Very sexy, just like you. See what I'm saying about the polished diorite?
Yeah.
Looks really good. I really wish it like chained together into like smooth surfaces, but I guess you can only ask for
No,
so much.
I kind of want it to be bricks. If anything, I'd love if I had more brick texture instead of these like lumpies. If I had just
Yeah.
diorite bricks, like tough, it'd be fucking great.
I had bricks of every variety.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I'd
would
be
be in Lord in heaven.
you would come instantly.
On the walls, on the floors, and everything that's not a door.
Damn. Why not the doors too?
Because the doors is a band, and that seems a bit wrong to come on them.
Damn.
All the light that cannot bust. Yeah, the where they are now is an annoying kind of thing. I mean, it's kind of it happens in Mistborn. It's the only one I can think of that I actually like in Era 2 of Mistborn
Yeah.
because it's just like how characters are grieving with another character's death, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, most of the like where are they now kind of fucking they're just I don't. This is just like you've forgotten to cap off these stories.
Oh, okay. That kind of makes sense. See, I didn't see that at all. Like the
I'm a big fan
radio
of
is
when
obviously important. I just wasn't aware that it was like I thought the spying was the important part, not the radio. Um, like the radio is just the tool they use to do the spying. And also, I don't know if radio was mentioned in the epilogue there. Like it might be implied because, kid is using the internet. She's like, "You died in the game?" And he's like, "Yeah. Yes, grandma, in the game." Which is funny. I do like grandma.
I really dislike historical fiction.
Number one historical fiction hater.
I'd rather historical nonfiction.
Yeah, that's fair. For me, I
Just
can.
because I find someone's real story to be more interesting than like someone's idea of a story that might have happened, or whatever.
Yeah, I like historical fiction just fine. I think it's a alright genre.
I could barely tolerate fiction in general when it comes to just like regular normie ass fiction. Like some premise has got to be happening to get me hooked in. Otherwise, I'm just not interested.
Yeah, I can read pretty much anything personally and like it.
Well, I can read it, but
Uh,
I don't know.
like in terms of my tastes, I can read almost anything and enjoy it as long as it's written well.
You ever thought of the day when someone will be quoting Joseph Goebbels in your Twitch chat? It's one of those days, you know.
It's just one of those days. You know, fellas, sometimes it's just one of those days where somebody's quoting Joseph Galazea in the Twitch chat. Yeah, and like, I get that that's the opening quote of the novel, but I read that opening quote and I was like, okay, dog, whatever. Like, I know it's really important to the era. I know that. It's not really important to me, personally. Personally, to me, the radio is just a thing, you know? Like, to them, it's really symbolic and stuff like that. But for me, the radio is just an object you achieve for a certain end, right? It's like a computer. A computer is meaningful, but it's also just an object, you know? Like, in a sense, what's the word for when you take a tool and you kind of incorporate it into your own body? It's like that. That's a dumb theme for a story. That doesn't mean anything to me. Like, saying it was important then, but it's not important now. That doesn't matter to me. You know, like, I think the theme of the story should be something like fucking some other shit. Like, just saying an object is important. Write me a fucking entry in an encyclopedia if it's about the radio, you know? If it's not about the radio, it's not about the radio. If the radio is an object in the story, that's one thing. If it's about the radio, that's another thing. And as far as I can tell, the radio is just an object in the story. Like, it's obviously a very symbolically meaningful object, but it's still an object.
Fuck, I was muted. You said it's like an object, it's still a meaningful object. And I said, like my wife.
If only you'd been unmuted.
Could have been misogynistic out loud. This is depressing.
You said you have to be misogynistic only in your own head.
Would you prefer someone to be quietly racist or loudly racist?
Depends on who they're around, I guess.
Well, it's like you just meet somebody and they're like, they are racist, but you don't know. Or would you rather they would like scream something out, you know, randomly?
I mean, I would rather know, but if it comes to like them being around black people, I would rather them not harass black people openly, you know what I'm saying?
I don't necessarily say they're racist to black people. Maybe they're racist to like Filipino people. Or like, I don't know.
Racist, but only to Filipino people. Not like Asians in
exist.
general, just Filipinos.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
the
some
thing.
people exist. It's just funny to me.
It happens with Asians and Chinese people, where people will like you can find like a weeb, like some like anime nerd that's like I love Japan, but they're extremely racist to Chinese people.
Wow, they're just like the Japanese.
Yeah, pretty much. I think they just adopted that. It's wild.
Least racist Japanese person be like. The fuck do we put the iron doors in this house?
Werner. Is it Werner Herzog?
Werner Herzog. It's not Werner Herzog. Alas.
Damn. This scraper is going sky high.
Right, so the radio is representative of free information. I get that.
So what's the light they can't see there?
It's the radio. The radio is enlightening, if you will.
I suppose technically you could say that all energy is a series of waves and light is also a series of waves, so therefore technically the radio is light, maybe.
So therefore, technically, all the light we cannot see.
Maybe. Maybe. I do like books that will just say what they are, you know. Like, oh, I'm a Mistborn. Oh, look, we found this archive that runs on Stormlight.
That's fucking crazy, dog.
Which does happen, by the way. Before we'd be like, this stupid didn't happen, it does. I didn't forget. I remember.
Remember?
You remember the Stormlight archive? It's never brought up, but it's there.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of
I
strange?
am stupid.
What?
Except for when I am stupid.
No, isn't it strange that the Stormlight archive is like never really thought about, talked about?
Yeah.
Like it's just sitting there in Ethereum, or what is it called? Ethereum.
Your theory.
Yeah, Ethereal.
Urethral. Yeah, AJ made a bedbound joke while we were,
Yeah, bedbound, hell yeah.
yeah.
You just wait till Diane gets woven.
You just wait, AJ, you'll see. You'll all see. Tell him, Grizzly, tell him. Who on earth is putting off
Yeah, that's my
fireworks?
book.
AJ, can you hear those damn fireworks? Grizzly wasn't barking very loud. I think the computer just makes it louder than it really is.
It's just thing is like, it's already past the 4th of July and people are still lighting off fireworks. It scared my dog and he nearly knocked over my Christmas lights.
Whenever we put up Christmas lights at my house, my mom is always just like, maybe we should just leave these.
I got some LED lights I'm gonna put on the bed, but
It's,
why would you call me that? You know how I feel.
like a
A slug?
yeah,
You saying that because I excrete slime from my body?
yeah, that's the main reason. Among others. Among us. Among us. 55
Okay, what the fuck? You just wait till dying. The link for that says naughty good hamster bleed purple.
What the fuck?
Why is the hamster bleeding purple? What the fuck?
Wait, I think it's just like a series of random words, but those
It is
are
a
a
series of random
troubling
words,
series
but
of random
it sounds like they're crushing a fucking hamster.
Yeah.
That's a 55-inch bark.
The bark from 55 shot, you can see.
It's also just a perfect clip.
Yeah,
You don't need context. But the iron is didn't woven.
masterpiece.
Okay, how did I fuck that up?
I don't know. Fuck.
I'm supposed to say no, you didn't fuck anything up, you're perfect. No. Why do I keep making pole building?
Man's got it's true.
I don't know if I can hire a bunch of people to stand on steel girders and die.
Why? Oh,
So they did New York.
just hire them to be there and die.
Yeah, kind of.
They're not like working, they're just being there and perishing.
I always find it interesting when someone like builds a world of like magic users and all this stuff, but then like nobody fucking uses magic.
What do you mean?
Like Sandon Brandison for one has Mistborn, Mr. Brown. And the amount of like Allomancers that are just like doing everyday shit don't exist. It's like only the main characters that are ever doing Allomancy or some kind of villain. But you'd think that there would be other things like Allomancers being their own personal elevator for like people, or like specifically having a job to clean windows or something. Like, you know, there's a bunch of things like the world has magic powers.
This is why, this is why Patrick Rothfuss's writing is the best writing of all time.
Because he wrote a magic system and wasn't a coward to actually use it.
Yeah. Wrong. Yeah, he's like trying to make it like, oh, you gotta decipher the ancient texts, and I'm like, dog, if people knew you had to use magic to decipher the ancient texts, everyone would be up deciphering the text. You know what I'm saying? Same bird.
Well, I like in Dungeon and Dragon where people are just everyday magic people.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because the magic in Roy's world is so broken. Like, it's completely busted. If you have that magic, you're God, as far as I can tell. Like, until you go crazy and kill people, which is the same magic that they have in fucking Wings of Fire, but whatever. As the only Wings of Fire aficionado on the planet Earth, I cannot speak. I like the idea that you're just talking to a completely different guy named Ron.
Ron and Roy.
Yeah.
For me, the magic is extremely common, as you know.
I kind of like making those worlds where magic is extremely common. I just think it's kind of fun. Mm.
I've had enough Minecraft.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
What?
It's the meme where he says, I don't want to play with you anymore, and he drops the toy.
Oh, I just asked if you've
So
had
you
enough
were,
Minecraft.
thought you said you had enough Minecraft. You're like, I'm gonna kill. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed. I'm an EP boy.
That's fair.
I'm sleeping, I'm eating, I'm begging him for more. Ugh. You know, the weekend is too exhausting when you're like, oh, can't wait to go back to work. My problem with the weekend, right, is that I have these things I want to do, but, like, it's... Maybe I'm just, like, in a depressed mood or something, 'cause it's really hard for me to enjoy doing stuff. I guess that my tummy hurts.
Maybe because tummy hurts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe it's because I haven't
Go into
gone on a
bed,
trip
get
in a long
comfy.
enough time. I'm not sure. Anyway.
Uh...
Okay, gamers. That's the end of the stream. Bye-bye.